Hi and welcome. I'm here today with an unboxing video of the new stencils from A Colorful Life Designs for April 2022. There are a whopping 18 new stencils this month, and they are amazing. This one is called Outline Grid. You can use it as is and then rotate it to get multiple rows of a grid pattern. This is Shaped Ball. Doesn't it look awesome? It reminds you of the earth. And it has almost a three-dimensional effect when you ink blend it on a piece of paper. It just looks like it's about to roll off the page. For all of you folks who are mid-century fanatics, we've got mid-century geometric pattern. This is a funky design that will definitely remind you of the 1970s. You can turn it any way you like, and just imagine that being ink blended in some bright, vibrant colors. My favorite. This is the Scribble Sphere stencil. Super unique. Reminds me a little bit of a nest. There's so many possibilities and so many cool abstract backgrounds that can be created with that. And that would look good with a gel press. And then we have some smaller stencils with some really cool sentiments. This one is called Beginnings. Next, we have Next Door. And if living next door is just a little bit too close and specific, how about this one? This one is called Closer. My favorite. Those are 3x6. We have another 3x6. This one is called Layered Houses. So you would be able to create windows to go inside these houses. You could ink blend those in yellow and then ink blend your houses whatever color you like. What a great accent for a design that you're creating. Very nice stencils for, welcome to your new home or congratulations on your new home. This one is called Row of Houses. I almost called it Row Houses because it reminds me of row houses, which are narrow and long. Again, it's got the windows and then the actual shapes of the buildings. So you can ink blend your windows and then go in with your building shapes, however you'd like to do that. This next one, I think, is going to be a stencil that we pull out for all seasons. This is called House Mask. House Mask. So you've got the actual stencil of the house, and then you have the mask or the outline. So this tucks into, which is nice. You're getting not only the cutout piece, but the piece around it, which is very important and helpful when you're ink blending or doing any kind of shading. And not only that, but it also comes with the cutout or masks of the door, the 3 arched windows, the 2 square windows, and the 1 round window. Just imagine the possibilities for this one. Imagine if you would put a little picket fence in the front of it and some flowers, perfect for the spring, or a housewarming card. You could put some spooky effects around it to make it a haunted house in the fall. I think it'd be really cute as a gingerbread house in the winter. There's just lots of possibilities with this one. How clever. Mary Kay, who is the owner of A Colorful Life Designs, really outdid herself this month with 18 new stencils. Many of them have this home theme, but now you're going to see that the other theme that runs through it is the graduation theme. In addition to all the other awesome stencils that are part of this collection that might not necessarily be a home theme or a graduation theme. Okay, here we have the classic graduation gown, cap and gown. It's called Graduation Gown. There it goes. It comes with the mask. And as I was looking at this and I saw that gown, it reminded me like of a choir gown or an angel. So I thought you could get other uses out of this one besides a graduation, which graduation season is right around the corner. I would highly encourage you all to pick up some of these stencils for your graduation cards. They offer very fast shipping, and if you use my code TracyFan10, you can save 10% off your order. Okay, this one is called Graduate Row. And again, it's one of the smaller stencils, but it has the mask and the stencil. I can't wait to play with this one. I have so many wonderful ideas. I had a lot of family commitments that I had to attend to this month, so unfortunately I wasn't able to create as many cards leading up to the release as I had hoped to, but I'm going to make up for it during the month. Next we have Girl Graduate, and she's got her hands in the air and she's got her diploma in her hand. You can just hear her family cheering her on as she gets her diploma, something that she's worked for so hard. I do like this, the way it's that classic shape of a graduate. A smaller stencil, but you could really do a lot with this one. And of course, we've got the boy graduate. So he also has the mask as well as the stencil. And he is throwing his cap in the air. And you get the little itty bitty cutout of that cap. He also has a diploma in his hand. So I'm going to get this little itty bitty cap out. I'm going to use a pair of tweezers, or reverse tweezers, so you can see how this works. And let me remove the actual outline, and there you go. Isn't that great? All right, this one is called Graduate Hands. Now, you've got that classic cap. You've got the hands uplifted. I think that this set of hands could be used for more than just a graduate card. I'm thinking sort of, it reminds me of praise music in church, where you're raising your hands in the air and you're praising the Lord. I was thinking that that would be another way of using this, putting some musical notes on the card and the hands raised in praise. It's just something that came to my mind. But I love the size of this cap. I have in my mind a card that features the cap repeating over and over again in different angles and on the card base in different colors, almost rainbow caps. I think that would be really cool. I have lots of ideas of how I'm going to be using these, and I'll be posting them on my blog. I also have Instagram and Facebook, and of course YouTube, obviously. So please, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel so that you get updates as to when I do post. This is called Happy Caps. So cool. Love it. Love the hands throwing those caps in the air. Notice some of the hands have like a peace sign or the number 1. I could see the hands being used in other themed cards as well. You know, maybe like celebration or rock on. So I thought those were very versatile. Okay, now we have a pattern. This one is called Dot Band. Super classic with the graduating sizes of circles, with the large circles in the middle, and then mirror images of the circles. They are in columns going on either side of that center column of circles. You could also turn it in the other direction, and there's probably things that you see that might remind you of. So it kind of reminds me of a lantern. If you use it half, it reminds me of a fountain. If you would just use half of it. So yeah, very versatile. And then this super cool stencil is the last one. It's called Dot Spokes. It's got the dot pattern in a circle, and then on the inside it has this medallion that you can either keep inside or remove depending on what you plan to do with your creation. So that is the lineup for the month of April. Make sure you check out my video from this morning where I do an unboxing of all the stencils but make a different card than the one that we're about to make. I'll have that video linked below and at the end of this video. Now let's make this monochromatic masculine graduation card. To create this card, I'm using the new shaped ball stencil. I'm using my Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station. I'm using Catherine Pooler ink Twilight, and I'm holding the stencil down with my magnets. I also have a Teflon baking sheet, and that helps to hold everything in place as well. And I'm just trying to get a little bit of ink down. I'm not really trying to get a real dark background, just so that it's not so white and that it showcases that stencil. When I saw that stencil, it just reminded me of a globe. So I'm going to now take my Boy Grad stencil from Colorful Life Designs. I'm going to use Blackjack ink from Catherine Pooler, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in this silhouette so it looks like he is, to me anyways, standing on top of the world and ready to take on the next big adventure in life. I take my die, which is a stitched rectangle die, and I trim this down, leaving some space on the side for the sentiment. I really do think this is a perfect graduation card for a guy. I think masculine cards, they don't like to have a lot of fancy features. At least that's how my guys are, my husband and my son. So I thought this was nice. It was monochromatic. I have a piece of black cardstock and I trimmed that with my stitched rectangle die. And then I have this awesome stamp set from Technique Junkies called Graduation Greetings. And it has the following greetings. Congratulations. Your time as a caterpillar has expired. Your wings are ready. Congratulations. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. And so the adventure begins. Go forth and set the world on fire. And remember, while traveling the road to success, it's fun to get a little lost along the way. This stamp set also features a graduation hat, a grad banner, a girl graduate with her arms up in the air, and a guy graduate tossing his cap in the air. I decided to use the sentiment, go forth and set the world on fire. It's got, I think, a masculine font. I just stamped that on a piece of white cardstock. I trimmed it down and I put a black mat behind it. Oh, in case you didn't see, I used VersaFine Clara Nocturne ink to stamp my sentiment. Now I'm going to take and apply the card panel to the black matte layer. Again, this layer is with a stitched rectangle die as well. And then I'm going to take a white piece of accent opaque 120-pound cardstock to make my card base. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue everything right on top. Well, I thought that with graduations right around the corner, I might need this card sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and finish it by stamp on the inside as well. I think I need to get into the habit of stamping more on the inside of my cards, especially when they're this type of card where it's pretty clear what the occasion is. It's pretty straightforward. So I just go ahead and take the sentiment congratulations. I had a strip of scrap cardstock that I stamped it on just to make sure that everything was straight, and stamped it on the inside of the card base. Here's my finished card. Thanks so much for watching today. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these new stencils. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to also ring the bell so that you are notified of all my future videos that I post. Again, don't forget to use my code TracyFan10 to save 10% off your order at A Colorful Life Designs. I'll have all the information listed in the description box below. Thanks and have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.